I think it was more the voice. We've all got it, right? We've all got it, whether it's fear, whether it doesn't really matter. We've all got that voice. You can hear it. You can hear it right now. You can hear it saying whatever you think it should say. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be pushing you in the opposite direction that you want to be going. Unless you get really in tune with it and it starts pushing you in the right direction. I think David Goggins has got that pretty down pat. But majority of the time, it's going to push you in the opposite direction, right? And over the past 3-4 months, I've had that little voice in my head telling me that I'm not good enough. Who am I? Why am I even coaching? Why am I doing anything? Why am I sharing anything? What is my own perspective? Like, who cares? Who even wants to listen to me, right? It's just, that has been happening in my head over the past 4 months, really, really bad. Like every day, anytime I go to put pen to paper when it comes to this podcast, that's what's been happening. And it wasn't until probably about a week ago, I just got back from Melbourne, about a week ago, where I just watched this. I watched something on YouTube. I can't remember who it was from. And it was based upon, getting out of your own way, right? And understanding that we all have our own limits that we place on ourselves. They're all self-inflicted, by the way. No limits that you are experiencing right now, okay, are external limits to an extent, okay? Usually in order for you to be able to have these limits, these limitations, whether it be your beliefs, your confidence, your insecurities, your certainty, your uncertainty, all these kind of things, right? It really does boil down to these limits that you've set for yourself, these boundaries. The way I like to call them, or the way I like to put it for certain people, is like a self-imposed prison. Okay, you've built these 4 walls around you, and your real self is inside that and is continuously ramming his or her head against the wall, and they're scratching at the wall. They're trying to get over the wall because they want out, right? But these walls are so high and so thick that they just barely even make a dent in them, if anything. And you're continuously going at it. And these walls are just keeping you contained. They're keeping you locked up. You can't get out. You can't see the light of day. And it's really sad. And something that I experienced, and it's something that I'll be touching on in a later podcast to be able to give you context around why it is that I have this interpretation for myself. And this is the way I put it for everyone else. It's basically, a prison that you've created within yourself that limits you to be able to break through and achieve what you want to achieve. And on top of that, you have that voice in your head that sits there and chirps at you every single day, telling you that you're not good enough. And who are you to be doing X, Y, and Z when this person does it better, or that person has got this, or they've got this amount of followers, you don't have any, or whatever. You can literally create this voice out of nothing. It will be your own voice. And it doesn't matter what situation, doesn't matter what circumstance or event or anything, you will be able to negatively impact yourself, right? And hold yourself back 100%. Now, the choice is yours, of course, whether you want to listen to it or whether you want to act in spite of it, right? But majority of the time, we go with it. We go with it. And that's what I've been doing now for the past 3 and a bit months, 4 months nearly. Until a week ago when I watched this video and they just explained something about getting out of your own way and actually understanding that you are the one that's in control. It's not the voice. It's not these self-inflicted barriers or limits that you've placed, or these walls that you've placed around you. It's not the case at all. You are the one that's in control. And 99.9% of people's problems is the fact that they feel disempowered. They lack empowerment. That's why they don't do anything. That's why they don't achieve anything. That's why they settle for mediocre, because they feel disempowered. They feel like they're not in control. They feel like they're a creature of circumstance rather than the creator of circumstance, right? And they feel trapped and they don't do anything. And to be able to get out of your own way, once again, is to be able to remove the shackles of who you once were to step into that next best version of yourself.